at what just came out. The Eight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Now, you know, we used the Knight of Cups yesterday. Hey, Holly. We used the Knight of Cups yesterday to represent the frozen stuff. Y'all, look what's happening. These two just jumped out on their own. So this is the Eight of Swords with the frozen people. Feeling trapped, mental imprisonment, victim mentality, limiting beliefs. Last night, we were talking about people who were coming out of their uniforms. I think it's getting ready to happen. I do think it's getting ready to happen. Hey, Jen, girl. Like, that just came out the blue. Like, I got the icy questions way later in my list. You see them all the way, where I put it? All the way over here? Like, they down here. They said, no, we're reading first. And I'm getting goosebumps behind it. So I think we're about to move faster with regards to people quitting. But they are feeling trapped, which I can understand, because if they quit, they got to pay that money back. And this is the White House in reverse. Yes, cubes. That's what I got to remember, that we said cubes. It feels like pubes. Fitting. Anyway, girl, this list is not even all of it. I'm just like, let's see what we get through. Man, but this is my White House card. So, White House down, y'all. Because it's interesting. We're talking, oh my gosh. Okay. So I was listening to some lady who does pendulum. I don't know how she does pendulum, because all she shows is just basically some of the chain and some of the rock. So, hey, sis. So I don't know if she's using her hand, if she's doing this. I don't know if she has one of the stand holders and it's going that way. I have no idea how she's doing. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. I have no, hey, super friends. If you're in a club, you can type a message. This is a super friends only chat. But anyway, by the way, super friends, just so that you know, you do get a yes, no question. So just ask it and I'll add it to you. Like we'll stop and deal with your question. But yeah, I think this is like really taking precedent. There are people feeling trapped, but it's like, damn, oh, you know what? It's like, see, I don't like what, I'm gonna say God, because spirit don't seem to fit right now in my mouth. I don't like what God's doing. Oh my God, I don't. Why are you making me feel anything for these people? I don't like what God's doing. I don't like what God's doing. I'm not trying to see the humanity of anybody. I'm sorry. I think if you choose this, that's your business. That's you know. Oh, we're not gonna argue. I don't like it. Okay. So here's the thing. I am feeling the hopelessness of some of these people. Again, they are feeling trapped. Again, they are, because, you know, the fine print. The fine print is you quit, you got to pay back the money. All of the money. Every bit of the money. They don't care how much time you put in. So some people can't. But I just don't care. Like, okay. What do you want to say about them? Since you're showing this, what do you want to say about them? Besides the fact that they are feeling trapped. Now, of course, this is not everybody. Yes, it's the money. Dependency. It's the money. You know, they did do this on purpose. They created a very strongly fractured economy. partially for this reason. Partially have people so desperate they would be signing up for this thing. But it's like, that's not my problem. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know, y'all. This looks like people refusing orders. They did it once, they did it twice, but this fourth one, they're not gonna do. They're not gonna do this order. What are they being ordered to do? Ooh. Ooh. You guys, there was recently a meeting, and it feels like last night. These people would do well to pay attention to the moon cycles. There was recently a move. Oh my. Okay. So some have made the decision to move on. Okay. They have new perspective of what's happening. I'm getting so many goosebumps. This meeting has just showed them how it's going to ramp up. This meeting is showing them, oh my God. So they thought going after citizens was an accident, like she accidentally got shot. But now that's the point. That's the target. Of course, not everybody, because again, some of these people are Proud Boys. But the judgment's here. And it's not really that other people are judging them, it's that they're judging themselves. They're judging the situation. The ice is cracking. The ice is cracking. They had a meeting. They had a meeting last night. What are they planning to do tomorrow? Tomorrow is MLK Day. What are they planning to do? Oh, yeah. About the abuse of power. This is wild. Yep, something big is coming, Jen. The ice is cracking. There are people who are wanting to walk away very, very severely, but they feel trapped. But then there are people who are going to just say F it and walk away. The babies, the tear gassing of the babies, that's getting to them. It's one thing to rip them out of their parents' arms. It's another thing to tear gas them. Some of them are seeing their own children. It's a lot, girl. It's a lot. Like, I really feel incredibly, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Disheartened is wrong. That's not the right word. Aggrieved, I think is like, this is the first time I can use that word. I feel aggrieved. I really feel, I feel a lot of big emotions that I don't actually know how to put words on. This feels like I wouldn't be surprised if some don't show up tomorrow. Like, just literally just walk away. I can see that happening. Aggrieved is really the right word. You feel it all, right? Yeah. And they're on ancient land, absolutely. But it's more than that. This just touched the core of their humanity. We were talking about it the other day where we said like some were able to just separate, but it's the children, like tear gassing the children. that death shook them to the core, because, and this is not everybody, y'all. Please don't think I'm giving everybody. There are small, not even small. There's like a small fraction that's going to walk away, but there's a large fraction that want to, but they're feeling absolutely trapped. And they know that that death was not an accident. They know it was targeted. What is the word? It's like aggrieved, yes. That's some of them. The others are like, this is not what I actually signed up for. Like this is crossing the line. This is too much. Exactly. What do you do when you're going to owe what you already got? I think the US, like when everything switches, I think they'll let them out of that debt. The ones who walked away. I think they will be let out of that debt. Exactly. When you had nothing to begin with and now you owe all this money. I do feel like some of them will be let out of the debt. The ones whose names are not attached to anything egregious. Oh, Jesus. Some of them literally are praying. Like I just heard one prayer, Father, forgive me. Um, and that feels like it came, oh, man. That feels like it came from somebody who um, was already struggling with belief. Sorry. It feels like it was coming from someone who was struggling with belief. I want to say atheist, but he wasn't there yet. Mm, that's heavy stuff, man. Like, ugh, straight out the gate. Um, Let me light a candle. Hold on. Let me light a candle. Let me light a candle. Bruh. That's, whew, that's cold. That's cold, cold, cold. I definitely sense some AWOL issues about to happen. I do feel people about to go AWOL. This just went too far. It's like, even though some of them may have hate or even just have been brainwashed by faux news. By the way, all of this is entertainment purposes only. This is just spiritual interpretation. That's all we're doing here. Nothing is verified. Nothing is fact. Nothing is to be taken as 100% confirmed, regardless of what we do. Because you platforms are shit. You're being just as shitty to the people as ICE are. Okay. Oh my God. That's not where I wanted to start. I wanted to start with Caroline. Jeez. That is not where I wanted to start. Oh my God, I love these napkins. Okay. Oh, thank you, Carly. Hold on. What did you miss, girl? Like straight out the gate, damn ice fell out. Ooh, it's heavy, heavy, heavy feelings. It all has been illegal since Jan 25. Wouldn't the Cubes contract be illegal too? Exactly. I think the contracts are going to be non-binding. I do. I feel some of the release coming. For those who are not attached to egregious acts, right? Yeah, the energy is super heavy, bro. So I do feel that that's going to be the thing. So just to reiterate for some of y'all popping in. So what I had got initially, the night in reverse when we're reading on this. This is our solid water card, right? That's the Knight in reverse, which is, emotional manipulation, moodiness, instability, like whatever. But these two came out together, the Knight in reverse and then the Eight of Swords in the upright. And the Eight of Swords says feeling trapped, mental imprisonment, victim mentality, limiting beliefs. So with these coming up, I'm getting goosebumps already again. I immediately understood what I was being told. And I had been trying to fight understanding what I've been told because I don't want to have empathy for people who are currently displaying non-empathy themselves. However, there is a faction of them that were really just doing this for the money. And so part of what's got them stuck is the realization that they are trapped in these contracts. Because if they quit, they owe all the money back. The 10,000 bonus, everything. And y'all know they deliberately tanked this economy, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. They deliberately tanked this economy so that people would be desperate enough to go for this position. And so we got that. And we got them following orders, and then saying, no, this is too far. I got a feeling that they had a meeting tonight or last night, or they're having a meeting or something, because I am on the East Coast. And that meeting has turned some of them completely off. They are feeling so aggrieved that some will be moving on. They can't do it. It's too far. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if some walked off like in the middle of the night and, yeah. I just wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Because they got a new perspective. They're like, this is not what I signed up for. This went beyond the immigrant situation. And now, mind you, they thought they could detach themselves. Because of course there are racists, yes, but then there are people who are just that desperate. Because financially so, right? First of all, the whole fact that we came out of a freaking global pandemic not even 5 years ago, and in the midst of that 5 years, well, almost 6 years now, in the midst of those years, rent has tripled, food has tripled, gas is the only thing that seems to be okay. So money is tight, credit was shot, and people still got to take care of bills, and the job economy is shit. So it's like, I get it, but I don't. However, some people just say, look, I got to do what I got to do. I got to eat. I got to sleep. I got to have a place. And it looks like they had been able to compartmentalize. But whatever this meeting just held and the stuff that happened over the last week, they're like, nah, it's too far. It's too far. And underneath, on the bottom, I did get that there was a meeting. So it verifies for me what I'm receiving and what I'm hearing. And yes, I was sitting there arguing with God, like, no, I don't want to feel empathy for these people. I don't, but I do see some walking away. Hey, Leah. Hey, super friend. Okay. So just so y'all know, by the way, this is a super friend only chat. That'll keep all those pregnancy questions out of the chat. That'll keep all those are we reconciling out of the chat. If you want a personal reading, you are free to go to the place where there's instructions. Go to the place where you find out about people and find out how you can get one. Okay. What is that? Oh my God, sorry. This made me so emotional. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Because I have tears in my nose. Hold on. Let me hit pause real quick. Okay, sorry about that. You have a yes or no when we get there. Okay, give me a second. Thank you, babes. Hold on. Okay. Thank you for sharing the live, y'all. I really appreciate that. The mill uses the same trick to recruit. Yep, I think that's where they got it from, you know? I'm shocked that people are still not understanding that the ollies are the ones controlling, like, all the way, you know? I have them on the list. We're going to get to them. They sent a letter saying that the land of green should be given because nobody gives a shit, man. Freak them people. I'm trying to watch my F words. Hey, super friends. Remember, you can do a yes, no in a second. 24 minutes I've been on. Oh, I'm supposed to be taking timestamps. Let me put 24 minutes down. Okay, so I finished Ice by accident. Well, that's a bonus reading, so I'm going to put that at the top. So, Ice Cracks.